The Oklahoma City Thunder on the road as they take on their Western Conference rival in today's game. And here it comes, the NBA on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. So Golden State will get the first possession. Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Roberson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. Well, you think about Stephen Curry, and your first thought is he's a remarkable three-point shooter. That's right. But he's not just a long-range threat.
Yeah, I see him as a shot maker, one of the league's top mid-range shooters off the pull-up, too, and he's a creative finisher. Floaters and backspin shots, English, high off the glass. Again, the best shot maker, I think, in the history of the game.
The baseline J. That's good on the jump shot. Curry's got 5 points so far.
Oh, what a sweet stroke from Curry on that one.
Here's Roberson, covered by Barnes. And Roberson kicks to Westbrook. Looking for Adams, he gets it there. And that one's good.
And Curry, such a tremendous balance to his game. And he can square up on a dime to knock down shots. I mean, that's a focus also of his training. Doesn't do it with conventional pattern shooting drills. It's a lot of stuff to challenge his balance while he's on the move and shooting.
And here is Durant. Harrison Barnes getting it to go from deep. Durant kicks to Roberson. Back to Durant. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Curry against Adams. Outside Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Thompson outside. 17-foot shot on the way. And that one goes long.
And for Steph Curry, to me, that balance is remarkable. I mean, it used to be customary beyond the arc to fake a defender into the air and then step into a mid-range two. But Curry has introduced that more efficient sidestep for the wide-open 3.
Here's Curry following the basket by Russell Westbrook. Curry kicks to Green. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Again, Golden State. 46 seconds left to play in the first. Ibaka right side. There's the dish to Roberson. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. Terrible turnover.
Andre Iguodala is checked in for Barnes. And a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Dion Waiters checked in for Roberson. On the wing, Thompson. Iguodala dishes to Bogut. Here's Curry with the 3, and that one's good. Curry's got 10.
Offensively, he can be the engine that drives them at any given time.
Westbrook against Curry. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his first foul. Here's Westbrook. Cantor with a screen on Curry. Near the three-point line, it's Westbrook. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Warriors lead by 7. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Kevin Durant, former MVP, still feels like he has room to grow, and he gives us some insight into that philosophy.
I think it's another level I can go to. You know, always can be better. That's how I look at things. Teammates need me more than ever now. Coaches need more from me, so I got to dig deep and see where I can find it from.
Well, seems to be there, Greg, but Kevin Durant seems surrounded by uncertainty. Can he get that and stay healthy for the entire season? How does he work with his new coach? Where does he really want to be?
You know, the truth is, no one but Kevin knows the answers to those questions. And quite frankly, he may not know right now what those answers are. He's a very unique and introspective kind of guy, as we all saw when he accepted that MVP award a couple years ago. So let's just stay tuned on this one.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
And the other thing, though, is their execution in terms of their ball movement has been flawless. Sets up a lot of easy scoring opportunities.
Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. Draymond Green is out there with Maurice Spates. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
And guys, Dion Waiters is a man who has never met a shot he didn't like. Despite shooting less than 40% from the field last season, he just kept on shooting. Now, every once in a while, he'd get hot and it would look good, but when he's off, which was most of the time, it didn't look very good. He's got to improve shot selection and shot discipline.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. They're getting back to Waiters. There's a reason the Cavaliers dealt the former 4th overall pick in the draft. Not only did he shoot poorly, but Clark, he averaged less than 2 assists a game.
Yeah, I think it's a mindset adjustment with Waiters. I've loved his talent and his ability to make plays and shots. Now he just has to recalibrate his thinking so he can be effective in the role he's asked to play.
Here is Livingston. Thompson for 3. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Thompson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Thunder trailing by 11. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Waiters on the wing. It's Westbrook with the drive. The shot no good. And Golden State will go the other way with it. Pass to Thompson. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down.
Randy Foye is on the way. Kicks to Durant. Off the pick. Durant with another miss.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Here's Thompson. Again, Golden State.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
Westbrook passes to Cantor. There's a good screen. And Waiters kicks to Westbrook. The Thunder with another miss. Warriors leading by 15. Iguodala, right side. Nails the 16-footer.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now, here is Foye. Looking for his first basket still in this one. They need this. Cannot hit.
Oh, excellent interior D to force the miss.
His defensive ability is a big factor. I mean, there's no denying that.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. The Warriors on top, leading by 17. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. Andre, what has been the underlying principle of how you and the team have taken the floor tonight?
Communication. Communication doesn't show up on the stat sheet, but in order for us to be a good team, everyone has to be on the same page, and we're doing it tonight.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, one of those intangibles you always look to.
Thank you, Doris, and we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. Multiple times we saw the bench cheering him on in the first 2 quarters of this one. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, their field goal percentage is a number that jumps off the page. May I say it's Shaq-like?
That's a good one.
Seriously, they're incredibly efficient shooting the basketball, and I don't think they settle for any bad shots. And you're never going to go wrong with that strategy.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Well, when you look at the opponent field goal percentage, that tells the whole story. They gave up way too many good looks. When they come out of the break, they got to play way tougher, Ernie. Get those hands up. Get in your opponent's face. Do something.
Thunder trailing by 17. And on the floor for Billy Donovan as we get into the second half. Down low, it's the international combo of Ibaka and Adams. Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot.
Boy, can he finish in the paint. That's one thing we know he's good at.
A lot of ferocious dunkers in the NBA, but what could you say about Westbrook as maybe the top dunker right now on that list?
Well, the ferocity, the tenacity. I mean, he's almost angry when he takes it to the basket the way he does. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
Here's Westbrook following the basket by Stephen Curry. It's Westbrook with the drive, and he slams that one down.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
Outside Curry. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
Boy, they're getting into a real groove from inside the three-point line, knocking down those mid-range jump shots.
8 of their last 10 have come from the mid-range.
And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism part. He brings a lot of intangibles, though. And I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo up at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about him. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words.
Ezeli's checked in for Golden State. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Singler's checked in. It's stolen by Green. And now running up the court, Barbosa pushing it up. And the jam by Stephen Curry.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle. The strategy included running the offense through Russell Westbrook. Coach would like to see him utilized in the offense as much as possible. We can expect to see them going to him constantly. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Roberson dishes to Ibaka. Wants to get it to Westbrook, and does. To the middle, here's Adams. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
The Thunder shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And as a unit, they're shooting 78% from the line. That's a solid number to work with on the season.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Andre Iguodala is checked in for Draymond Green. And Ian Clark subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. And so Adams nails both of them. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Curry passes it to Iguodala. He dishes it to Ezeli, feeds it to Curry. Shoots. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
For 3, Westbrook. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul.
Steven Adams.
Ready? All right, let's go.
First personal foul, teams first. Substitution on the court.
On its way from Curry for 2. And at the end of the 3rd quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the 4th quarter gets underway. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the 4th quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Warriors leading by 22. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade. All fueled up here for the 4th quarter. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Rush out there with Iguodala. Then it's Bogut. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Clark in at the 2 spot. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On its way from Curry for 2. Jump shot is good that time. Curry's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for the Warriors. To the inside. That's good from Cantor on the assist by Foy.
They're on track here in the 2nd half after their less than impressive 1st half. I mean, I think they came out with some tired legs to start, but they've turned it around. They found some energy, and they look a lot more active and engaged.
Here's Rush. Back to Curry. Stolen by Cantor. Here's Morrow. It's blocked. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. Curry outside. They get the rebound.
No luck for him this half after being outstanding from outside the arc in the 1st half.
And the basket by Morrow.
Okay, that's more like it. A nice job here in the 2nd. I mean, their field goal percentage is way up compared to what they did in the 1st half, where they shot a very low percentage. It actually was just above 30%.
Timeout called the Warriors. They're leading by 20. 1:43 left to play here in the 4th. Some changes for Golden State. Draymond Green, he's checked in for Iguodala. Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Thompson in for Ian Clark. The Thunder also changing it up. Adams, he's checked in for Dion Waiters. Roberson comes in for Anthony Morrow. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Randy Ford.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Shot quality and better overall shooting.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Stephen Curry. It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Now Curry, after Westbrook's missed 3.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
First one falls for him.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Bazili's checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Draymond Green. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 53 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And here's Foy. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact. Boy, and for Randy Foy, I thought it was a big bounce-back year for him last season. His points per game were the highest they've been in 5 years, and his field goal percentage was the highest it's been in 5 years as well.
Spates checked in for the Warriors. McGarry's checked in for Oklahoma City. And Foy hits both of them. Talking about Randy Foy last year, one difference is that he started almost every game, 78 the most in his career. That may have given him, Greg, additional confidence. Who knows?
Where I was impressed, Kevin, with his improvement was as a facilitator and rebounder. He seemed to lose his mojo for a few years in there, but last season, I really feel like he got it back.
Here's Singler. The Warriors making the shot. Foy with it. 6 on the shot clock. And the wide open shot from Collison. The Thunder with another miss. Here's Rush, and it's Clark in the corner. It's stolen by Foy. Here's Morrow. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Congratulations on this win tonight, Stephen, and tell us a little bit about the driving philosophy behind how this team strives to be the most cohesive unit possible.
To me, it's a commitment that we know that that's going to put us in good position to win every single night. Is if we bring the effort, multiple efforts at each possession, where you might get beat, but you got to get back in the play. God's going to help you, you help him. We care about each other, so we want to make sure that nobody's left out to dry, and I think that's a big factor. And we're just relentless on defensive end.
Congratulations, Steph. Great job, guys. Over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
He feeds off that support. Once they got behind him, he became unstoppable, man.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.